Introducing the D'Addario Auto Lock, made with locking strap ends for an easy-to-use, clip-on system. When you're done, just pull the latch and slide it off. Keep your guitar on lock with D'Addario Auto Lock.
Awesome sound.
Thank you very much.
Hey everybody, this is Ted Dwozdowski, Senior Editor for Premier Guitar, and we are here with Joanne Shaw Taylor at City Winery in Nashville, and she and her band are touring behind a brand new record called Reckless Heart, which I think came out on March 17th. So it's pretty fresh, right?
Yeah,
I mean, May
it came
17th.
out. It came out May 17th here. You're right.
See,
and
I
then
said I'd say something wrong.
You were pretty right. It was March 15th. It came out in the UK.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or even.
I'll take that.
I'm happy with that.
But anyway, we're here to talk about guitars, of course, and amplifiers, and pedals. So let's start with this guitar that's in your hands. We were talking a little bit about it earlier, but I'm not going to give anything away, but there's a story behind this guitar, right?
Yeah, this is Junior. This is my main guitar. So this was my first kind of proper guitar when I was about 15 years old. I was working in a guitar shop in Birmingham, England, where I'm from, and my nan, God bless her, said that whatever money I saved up should match. Because she knew I was desperate for a good guitar. So I managed to save about 1,500, went down to Denmark Street in London, which is our famous kind of area for guitar shops. And yeah, got this one. It's a 66 Esquire, which obviously traditionally Esquires only have the one bridge pickup.
Yep.
The previous owner, I think that's why I got it cheap, had attacked it with a knife and tried to do a home sort of humbucker job. So hence I got it cheap, but it was that kind of, you never want to butcher a vintage instrument, but I knew I was never going to sell this thing. And
yeah, it's a player's model.
yeah, so yeah, got the humbucker put in it, just Fender Jazz humbucker, got the little switch system, which it's kind of wasted on me anyway, because I'm actually just a bridge pickup kind of girl. But
cool. Now is it also coil tapping or coil switching?
It is, yeah.
Excellent.
So it's more versatile than I need, but I love it.
That's a great guitar.
It is, I love it to pieces. The neck's great.
Yeah, and how long have you had it now?
Giving away my age. I got this when I was 15, so 19 years ago.
Nice, nice. And what do you string your guitars with?
I use Ernie Ball, skinny top, heavy bottom, which I used to use a lot heavier strings, but I grew up and realised that was really bad for your hands when you've got tiny little girl hands. But yeah, I've been with Ernie Ball for a few years now, and they're a great company to work with, and love the strings.
Cool. And what do you have on the high end? You know, what's the range? Of
so it's 10, what would it be, 10, 15, 17, 54, 44, 36, is that right? Something like that.
That sounds pretty correct. I would think 54 on the bottom.
And I tune down, so it's not too, too heavy for me.
Cool. Are you playing in like basically, do you down half step?
Yep, I've been I got it, I grew up listening to Steve Ray Vaughan and those Hendrix, so that was a habit I got into, and then just as I've started touring, I find it helps my voice so much night after night to be that just a little bit edge off.
Cool.
Probably a security blanket as well. But.
Cool. And also, I noticed that when you pick, you use sometimes your fingers, sometimes you'll pick, and sometimes a hybrid of both. How did you develop that approach?
I mean, it wasn't too thought out. I think it came back because I started playing classical guitar when I was 8, and then made the switch to electric when I was 13. And one of the first guitar players that sort of hugely influenced me was Albert Collins.
Ah, yes.
And so to go from, kind of classical technique to playing with the pick was a bit weird. So I guess at the beginning I just kind of found it a lot easier to kind of... plus it kind of gives you a lot more, dynamics.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever see a photo of Albert's fingers?
No.
They're crazy. They're almost pointed. And I think it's because he spent so many years, just ripping into his guitar.
Probably,
it's very odd.
I've never looked at that. I've seen all the videos of him driving the bus.
Yes.
I've seen the fun stuff.
Yes,
I haven't
that
looked
was
at the
fun.
hands.
Yeah, he always drove his own bus, which was great. The first time I saw him, I was at this place called Jonathan Swift's in Boston, and Albert was playing. I was very excited. I got there hours beforehand, and of course nobody else was there but my wife. And
What year would have this been?
Man, late 80s.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, as I walked up, there's a big bus parked in front, and I see a pair of double knit checkered pants sticking from underneath, and I'm like, oh, someone's working on Albert's bus, and the guy who's under there pushes out a dolly, and I'm looking down at Albert Collins.
Oh, no way. Yeah, he must have had monster hands to still play guitar after that.
He did. And of course I was starstruck that he was, whether he was playing guitar or repairing his bus, he was an impressive human.
A really nice guy too, apparently, from all accounts.
You probably talked to Debbie Davies about
Debbie Davies a bit, Jim Gaines, he did a few albums with, but yeah, they all kind of because I think he was quite a big guy, but a big teddy bear of a guy. You know, so
yeah, everyone
it's
loved
nice to
Albert.
know.
He was very sweet. He looked scary a little bit. You know, he had a very tough look with that distinguished, those very pointy sideburns.
I always thought that when I first saw him playing, one of the things I loved about him is when he smiled, he had one of those smiles that like lit up his whole face and completely softened him.
Yeah.
Which I always, and then, you know, some of the songs were so silly. I think the first thing I saw was him doing Mr. Collins, Mr. Collins, Mr. Collins. But he had his male horn section doing the female part.
Yeah.
Which you could tell he was like really, really enjoying. So that was my first experience of him, and I just thought he was, you know, the sweetest and loved him. So.
Well, what a great inspiration to have. And maybe this is a good time to talk about that Albert Collins model over there.
Yeah. So I have this, so I've wanted it for obvious reasons. Which it was actually gifted to me by Joe Bonamassa, because there's kind of a story which I probably shouldn't tell and he hates me telling, but